Good evening, ladies, lords, lasses, and all those in between. It is I, your humble game master, the Deathly Shad, here today to bring you some more Rains of Vitrium content with my lovely, lovely player base. Boom is getting their introduction now. Agathar, say hi to the people.
Hello. Nothing bad will happen when the party is split.
Yes, nothing at all. Morgan, say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
Francois, say hi to the people.
Hello.
Soren, say hi to the people.
It's time for more Aggie and Maury Power Hour.
Bonnie, say hi to the people.
Hello, everyone. I already got popcorn ready.
Nice. Very nice. So, I'm so happy that we're back. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, so on and so forth, and all that other jazz. And to catch us live on twitch.tv/deathlyshad. Every week on Tuesday. And so, let us get right back into the action. When last we left our heroes, Agathar the Kobold Necromancer, Morgan the Halfling Divination Wizard, Francois the Rabbit Folk Monk, Soren the Rabbit Folk Samurai, and Bonnie, Rabbit Folk Cleric Bard? Do I have that right now?
Pally Bard.
Pally Bard? Okay, good. You've shifted classes multiple times.
A pard.
A pard. Pardon me for forgetting.
Boo!
When last we left our heroes, we had a lot of heartfelt conversations between Morgan and Agathar as they shared various memories between one another. We had attempts to do other things with the other half of the party, but stuff was unprepared. But manage how we can. And I believe we left off with Morgan and Agathar outside of a wooden cabin in which one of the six? In which one of the Order of the Setting Sun's premier devotees, retired now, exists.
Six.
Where he resides. It's one of the original 6 members. Basically, you're outside of his wooden cabin, and as you guys basically say, "Oh, we're here to talk," and he's like, "Yeah, sure, come on in." That's where I'm going to pause you guys and go to everyone else.
Very fair. No, I approve this message.
Trying to edge you a bit further. Don't worry about it. Moving on.
Oh, I'm already
initiative.
Moving on to Francois Soren. How does the day find the 3? It is now much later in the day, and so far Agathar and Morgan have not returned. Outing, as of yet.
How long have they been gone so far?
Most of the day.
Yeah, so Soren
Probably weird too. Sorry, it's just what's probably weird too is Bella and Anna are still around.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Soren's probably in the basement training, trying to get his linchpin powers down.
Okay then. Roll me a wisdom check if you...
Wisdom check. That a 19.
All right. You, as you kind of like work your swords back and forth. What stance are you settled into?
Well, he started just like meditating, trying to get more of it, and just trying to understand a little bit more like the elements around him, as that seems to be what his capabilities are centered around. So he's essentially trying to see how the stances he knows fits into each one. So he's essentially just kind of like sitting, like kneeling down on sand in the training pit, right? Like it's all sand down there, right? If I don't remember.
It is.
So he's probably just kneeling down there, and he decides to settle on Earth, and feels that one particular stance of his is more represents it than any of the others. And that would be a stance that I've literally never used. Yamashiro.
Oh ho.
Yeah,
Would
he's
you be
trying to
so
figure
kind
out-
as to post that into the chat so people know what it does?
That'll be $5.
Now.
Oh,
Okay,
I
then.
guess I could just... Oh, I can't delete the post. Damn.
No. So as you settle into your Yamashiro state, you feel the earth kind of swell around your feet, and the sand kind of like shift over them as you feel this general attunement to it. You kind of close your eyes and you can sense the vibrations traveling. Feel as if you are immovable.
Okay, he kind of like makes a half circle in front of him with his right foot, just like traces it, and then just gets an idea. Just an idea comes to him where he tries again something he tried to do when he knocked the training dummy over, and he's gonna stomp on the ground.
Okay,
Just-
roll another wisdom check.
Wisdom check. 15.
You feel, as you kind of like stomp onto the ground, the motion ripple outwards towards where the dummy is, and you feel it shift upwards and then slowly fall right back down. You felt it shift upwards for just a moment.
Felt the dummy or the earth?
The earth.
Okay, he's going to keep his foot where it is, like kind of like move it, like twist it left and right to like dig it in, to get more of a feel of it around his foot, and just kind of hold it there for a second, just to absorb the sensation, and then he's going to try again.
All right. Give me a perception check first.
Check. 24.
Okay. You may roll that wisdom check at it.
Yay, advantage, wisdom check. 19.
All right. You spread your toes out among, like, close them back together and feel that rough coarseness just kind of file between your toes, in your fur, beneath the soft lacking pad of your foot, because rabbit folk don't have. Anyway, claws digging in a little bit, and feel even greater that connection. And as you kind of like lift your foot up, you feel the dirt and the sand pull upwards with it, where you slam it back down, and a pillar of sand shoots up into the air before falling right back down.
Is the training dummy standing on its feet now?
No, it is not. This was like in between you and the...
Oh, okay. He's going to try to focus it under the training dummy and try it again.
Okay.
Like the same thing. Like digging his feet into the sand, like feeling it there, and then trying it again.
All right. Roll me another wisdom check at advantage.
21.
Hey, this time as you kind of like lift your foot up and slam it back down, this ripple travels outwards, and then it thrusts itself up from underneath the train dummy, and it kicks it up into the air before kind of like going back down. But this time it doesn't go all the way back down. There is now a 2-foot tall section of sand that has been hardened into like this rough pillar.
He steps forward and takes Migi and just like kind of like softly pokes at it just to see
Also,
if it's like
roll me a con save.
con save. 10.
Alright. And as you kind of poke this pillar, the world itself seems to tilt and invert as you kind of stumble slightly, and then you fall on the side of you. Fall on your side. Basically just collapse over, suddenly hit with this wave of exhaustion throughout your whole body.
He's going to like kind of just like pick himself up and just shake his head a little bit. Like, is he actually tired, or another con save?
Yep.
21.
Okay. You do indeed, after like a couple minutes of just kind of like twitching the ground, you do manage to kind of like steady yourself, slowly pick yourself back up to your...
So what was that? Did like he poked the side of it? He just got tired, or
No, you feel that it's more like whatever you just did, whatever you just did caught up with you. The exertion of it, so to speak.
is the pillar still there, or did the pillar collapse?
It is still there. It is solid stone. It is
So he taps it and he
sandstone,
makes it tink
some
tink.
might say.
He taps. Sorry, good.
You tap it a couple times. It just kind of metal on stone, just tink tink.
He takes Migi and just kind of like runs the blade along the stone, like near, like about maybe a foot up from the bottom, and just kind of runs it along just to see if it leaves like any marks.
Migi is the Vorpal sword, yeah?
Yes.
I wonder, does it leave a mark?
Yeah, just
Yes,
he's
it does.
essentially just testing it.
It does. Basically, you trace your sword along this stone, and it just hot knife through butter, just shing.
So he's just going to look at it and squint his eyes and just kind of think, huh, neat. Just kind of say that aloud, just neat. And he's going to teeth Miki and get back down into a meditative pose and dwell on this for a little bit.
All right. And what is Rensois doing at this time?
Probably in the common area reading.
All right. Then I hear a knock at the front door of the carriage.
I say she'd kind of, an ear would flick towards the noise before it kind of registers. She'd look up, placing it kind of moving to place a small bookmark into the book for getting up, stretching and meandering towards the door, trying to look through the peephole to see who it is.
You see 3 masks on the other side with 3 robes surrounding them. You see 3 travelers kind of standing there in a pyramid formation.
What? But like cheerleaders?
No, I mean like
And they're all
like there's one in the front and there's two on either side of that one.
Red Swa just kind of blinks and tries to very quietly back away from the door in the hopes that they do not hear anything from the other side.
Maybe if I ignore them, they'll go away.
There is there's another knock, and you hear from one side, "Yoo-hoo! Are you in there?"
No.
I was going to be like, if I said no, will you leave? I say, it's like Ren Swa is just kind of sitting there, like, biting the side of her cheek, like, what did I do? Just kind of eyes searching around as though looking for Morrigan to shoo them away before remembering she's not here. She just kind of, her ear is pinned down and back as she will just, hello?
Hello. This is a bit awkward, no? But could we come inside for a second? We have a bit of a thing to discuss, no?
She goes to retort before she kind of gets a confused look. What do you mean?
Better said inside, no?
Well, how can I know if it's better said inside if I don't know what's to be said?
It is regarding particular individuals that you are maybe supposed to find, perhaps, no?
Is it going to be information we can actually use, or is it going to be riddles wrapped inside a mystery inside of an enigma?
That depends on what you consider to be helpful, no?
It's a trap. Don't do it.
You won't be able to see anything in here.
What? Who does that to a
Give me
place?
a moment. I
Me.
will come out there.
Okay, fine. I come out here, no?
She'll just kind of turn and shout into the house. Soren!
Soren, you hear that?
Soren kind of like breaks out of his meditation, then just kind of like looks up behind him and quirks an eyebrow, then gets up and begins to walk towards the front door.
You head up the stairs, training room to the main floor, and as you kind of like enter the main area, you look over to Renspaw. What's the current expression on Renspaw's face?
She looks annoyed and somewhat confused as she sees, she sees your ears plodding up the stairs first, and she'll kind of give a light huff and look at you. We have guests at the door. I'm going to go speak with them.
All right, I'll keep an eye on the caravan then, I guess.
It should be fine. They're travelers. The real danger is to my sanity.
He kind of just like looks at the travelers and furrows his brow. Like he's a
You
little bit
can't see
annoyed
him.
to see them too. Oh,
Yeah,
you can't?
the door's still closed.
Oh, the door's closed. Okay, my bad. He's gonna go. All right, I'll sit up here then.
Okay. Well, wish me luck. And she will proceed out the door.
Okay. As you open the door and kind of like step outside, you see that there are 3 travelers. They are all roughly 6'8" in height. They're very tall. They are each wearing a set of traditional traveler robes. With each of them having masks. The middle one has a simple white mask with a couple eye holes. The other 2 have white masks as well that look identical to, except the expressions on their faces are different. So for the middle one, the expression is more kind of like drama class smile. For the one to the left, it's drama class frown, and for the one to the right, it is neutral drama class.
So I believe the phrases you're looking for are comedy and tragedy.
Yes, pretty much. So,
assuming you're talking about the traditional, like, Shakespearean
pretty
mask.
Much. Yes.
Yeah.
Comedy mask kind of like claps their hands together and goes, thank you for joining us out here. Your name is Rains, no?
God, I'm so tempted to have her be a sassy bitch and be like, who knows? I don't. No. She would be, that is correct.
Then, very good. We are here to, how shall we say, embark upon a journey, you and your comrades to, Vuori, no?
That, again, like, sends her ears twitching a bit as she looks to them with kind of a quirked eyebrow. You want to travel with us to Vuori?
They shrug. Maybe.
Mori's gonna get a kick out of this.
The neutral mask speaks up. We are to come with you and see about actually training with or around your area. And then the tragedy mask says, yes, we are supposed to, how shall we say, embark upon a journey to attain a story, no? And it is at this point in time you will realize that both the neutral mask and tragedy mask are female, and the middle mask is based on vocal cadence.
I see. I think. What does this story have to do with us?
It is the story that we're currently a part of, you know? The one where you are to gather particular individual participation.
Her eyes will kind of narrow. Well, I can't particularly say that I can speak on that.
Maybe not out here,
Who
no?
knows? I'm going to assume that even if we said no, you would follow us anyway.
It would be much harder, no?
Yeah, that's what I figured. She's just kind of massaging the bridge of her nose.
Neutral mask holds up a hand and says, We will be as subtle as possible.
Francois just levels the most deadpan look possible. She doesn't say anything. There's definitely the thought between her ears of there's nothing subtle about travelers.
Comedy Mask leans back and says, I don't think she believes that we can be subtle, sister. Oh no, she clearly...
I
You think she has experience with us? Says Tragedy Man. To which Comedy Mask responds, she would not be reacting this way if she did not. Which both Tragedy and Neutral just nod.
Well, regardless, I do not hold sway over this card. That pleasure would belong to my girlfriend. So, when she returns, she can decide what to do with you all. If she kind of claps her paws together and gives a strained-looking smile to the three of them.
Do you think that we can wait inside?
No,
You're not there.
I'm not. No.
Yeah, no. I would wait out here.
That was the voice in her head.
Just imagining what Morgan would say.
Aw.
Like, no.
No.
Morgan used sending. I don't know how I know to do this, but I just did.
Prince was just like, I haven't been forced to sleep on the couch yet. I'd like to keep it that way.
Comedy Masters goes, Aww. Then we cannot talk out here, no?
Well, that's up to you. No. She gives like a wry little grin.
I like this one, sisters, no? To which Comedy and Neutral both just kind of like snicker and just kind of shake their heads. We like her too.
Well, regardless, even if you could talk inside, no reason to repeat yourself when essentially half of our group is on other business. Once they arrive, we can
Then I have a
discuss
solution.
the act of discussing.
But
What would that be?
It is very simple. I make a door.
I would highly suggest against that.
I mean, it would not be into the carriage, obviously not, no. It would be into another place.
Again, a brow quirks. Like, you mean dimension door?
Not necessarily. He reaches into his robes and pulls out a shadowy black key. I have on me a key to a door. A key to a door to a room of mine.
Francois just kind of crosses her arms and quirks a brow. No offense, I'm not in the habit of following random strangers into magical doorways.
To which Neutral Mass just nods. Clever girl. No? And then Tragedy Mass just kind of holds up a finger. Oh, we are not trying to hurt you if that is what you're concerned with. We simply wish to be helpful in this matter, no? Considering we are all in this together, no? Fellow person? of interest?
Again, that is to be determined once the rest of our group returns and we discuss whatever it is that you need to discuss with all of us. She says rather pointedly, kind of looking between them all.
Sorry, say one more time.
She says, and that is once. God, I already forgot what I said.
Sorry.
I think it was along the lines of, again, you're just gonna have to wait till the others
it was
come
along
back.
the lines of. It was along the lines of. We have to wait until the others get back, and then we can all discuss it as a group. And she very pointedly looked at them all.
The one in the middle sighs. That is so boring. Could you enjoy to
I'm sure you can find a way to entertain. Tell you what. As Ren swap.
but before you even finish, neutral
No,
mass
I have a
puts
funny idea.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
It was like, tell you what. I know someone who would be more than willing to keep you all company
Oh,
while we wait.
who is that?
Give me just a moment. And she will return inside. Amalia!
Skitter. She drops down from the roof. Hey, you buddy, how's it going?
Amalia, there's a group of individuals outside who want to speak with us all, but
Oh, I know them. Kind of.
excellent. They're worried about being bored while we wait on Maury and Aggie to get back, so you go keep them company, dear.
I mean, did you... are they... You... Uh, like... Aren't you able to smell them?
What do you mean, smell them?
Oh, okay. Your nose must be pretty weak for a rabbit.
He just levels a deadpan glare at her.
Well, I didn't mean anything by it. Don't tell Morgan. She'll not give me snacks.
She rolls her eyes. What is it that you're smelling?
They smell like nothing, but also like something, but also like other things. Like they smell like good meat, but also bad meat, but also like good, like treats, but also like bad treats. There's like a lot of stuff they smell like. Oh.
Right, so even their scent is confusing. That tracks.
Yeah, just a little bit, you know?
Well, since they're our guests, why don't you go entertain them?
Well, I mean, like, don't smell like other travelers, I'm saying, but...
What do other travelers smell like?
Nothing.
Are you certain that they just don't have stuff with them that you're smelling?
No, like, you smell like, death and decay. Agathar too. Soren smells like Master. And then, like, those guys, they smell.
And what does Morrigan smell like?
Like Morrigan, but like nothing.
Hatred.
Anger.
She smells like anger.
I didn't know anger had a smell until I met her.
It's spicy and unpleasant.
It burned my nose hairs if I had any.
I made some once, but I stopped making them after that.
So you think they're different from other travelers?
She nods. From outside, the middle person just kind of, the comedy master kind of like, saying, "Yoo-hoo! Oh, we can still hear you."
So then, do you have any input?
None that we can say while outside, no? You see a neutral master's kind of like facepalm. Kind of
So
like
now
look over to Tragedy Master and go, "Why did we? Why we let him take the lead?" Which Tragedy just goes, "Because it's funny." Two of them giggle. Comedy Master frowns. Siblings, no.
Must be you have no idea. Well, I suppose there's little to do but wait.
Do you think I could show them chess?
Hmm. Assuming all of the pieces are still there.
Some...
They feel the heavy scraping of a piece of furniture being moved. I just want to talk to her. I just want to talk to her.
Oh no, Belle's coming. I can't be here for long.
Like
With a steel chair.
Belle just grabs her, lifts her up. Stop eating the pawns.
But they lose. They get taken and I get to eat them.
That is not how that works.
Anyway, so yes, Renswall, if you have a trio of travelers outside, would you like to sit outside with them and talk?
No, but she will, if only to keep them out of trouble.
Perfectly fine. As you kind of like step outside, Neutral Mask reaches into their robes and pulls out 4 chairs and a table, setting them down one after the other. Kind of like gesturing to one. A place for you to sit.
Any chance you have tea in there as well, or shall I set a pot going inside?
She looks over to Tragedy Mask, who reaches into their robes and pulls out a teapot and places it onto the center of the table. You can see steam kind of rising out of it already, as she then pulls out 4 cups and places them onto the table as well. The 3 of them take a seat, one after the other.
Her eye only slightly twitches. As she will grasp the chair and gently set herself into it. And hands clasped in front of her on the table.
So, might I ask, what your, occupation is?
apprentice, I suppose.
Ah, cool. Me too, no? But what is your other occupation?
She kind of quirks a brow. Well, not particularly anything, unless I suppose you could consider adventuring, but that's more, a consequence of my apprenticeship.
Ah. Well, I may or may not be very good with my hands, no? To which he lifts up his hands and shows off that he now has a pendant in his right hand.
It's not her pendant, is it?
It is.
She glowers at him and just holds her paw out.
Yeah, he very quickly deposits it into your hand. Sorry. To which Neutral Match just kind of like cuffs him on the back of the head. You really need to stop doing that, no? And then Tragedy Mask cuffs him as well and goes, ah, really, no? To which he goes, ah, I'm sorry, I was just showing off, no? What is the issue?
These hands are meant for stealing, I'm sorry!
It was just a prank, no?
You
joke.
You joke, but that is literally what he says. It was just a prank, no?
Oh, by the way, don't open up your inventory. You might find yourself poisoned.
I might have slipped a little TNT into your pocket. It's fine. It's a 10.
I was about to say it's like just does the reverse pickpocket. There's 6 primed grenades in her pocket.
To
What's
which
that ticking sound?
To which he just kind of like gives Renswa like his mask does not move, but you can feel like he's giving you like an embarrassed smile, just like that is what I meant by other occupation, no?
So a pickpocket then.
Among other things. Perhaps. Who knows? I don't. He adds the last bit almost haphazardly.
Yeah, I'm sure, especially when law enforcement is involved. You know nothing.
Ah. A woman after my own art, no? To which he gets another cuff across the back of his head. Too bad yours is already taken, no? And then another cuff from the other side. I already taken, no? I already taken, no? He just kind of like glares at the both of them.
I can't believe we're meeting the Three Stooges in real life. This is bullshit.
No.
Soren, it has been a while since it's been a while since Redswall stepped outside. What are you gonna do?
He went to look for either Anna or Belle.
Oh, they're both there.
To see if they. So he first goes to.
They're currently giving Amalia a swirly to teach her not to do chess bad.
He like pokes his head in and sees that happening, and then just goes, "I'll leave you to it. I'll talk to you later." And he leaves.
No, Soren, please save him!
You wish to join us on the fun!
He's gonna pop
Join
his
us
head back
in
and
the
go,
front, brother.
To give you the cream of the crop of swirlies. he's gonna poke like, why are you doing that to her?
Because she is a slime, and slimes dissolve in water to a degree. Not to a painful one.
That doesn't answer my question. Why are you doing that?
She was eating chess pieces. If I can't smash them, she can't eat them!
Well, we could probably. Like, does she know she can't eat them, or was it?
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes,
you told
she
her.
does.
At the same time, just yes.
Insight check.
Go ahead. Yeah, no,
Well.
they're telling the truth.
My insight checks are usually trash.
I'm
and
sorry, I swear I won't eat another one. That's what you said last time. Yes, it is.
All right.
I
Pull her out.
forgot.
Pull her out. Pull her out. Pull her out.
They pull her out and they set her up, right? Thank you, Soren.
So, Amalia, what have we learned about this?
Don't eat the chess pieces.
And why don't you eat the chess pieces?
Because I get swirlies.
Well, that's kind of a added on effect, but it makes the game not fun for everybody else because there's now missing pieces. They can't
I
play
can
without
make them
all the
again.
pieces. Well, when are you eating them?
All the time.
Like when they're still in play.
They're little bite-sized.
But you're eating them while they're still in play. Just don't do that. Wait until. So here, how about this? And he just kind of claps his hands together and says, "Why don't you wait until they're captured, and then as long as you make them again, you can eat them. How about that? Does that sound fair?" And he looks to Anna and Bill.
No.
Anna's about ready to jump Soren.
Does one of them actually say no?
Yes.
Yeah, Belle for sure would 100% say no.
She's like, no.
So then he goes, "Well, we need to have consensus here. So if there's even one no, don't eat them."
Oh, okay.
Are you hungry or something?
Yes. We're gonna sit around to make food.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go check on Renswa in a second. I can go downstairs to see if there's anything down there that's already made and maybe that you'll like. In the meantime, Anna or Belle, do you know where Agathar is?
Father went out with, Morrigan on an adventure, as he called it.
An adventure with Morrigan.
She nods.
Did he say what kind of adventure?
He was going on a train.
No, never said that.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
I think Agatha probably would have just says like, I don't know. She just
Oh, okay.
she's on a walk with
Morgan
me.
said we're going for a walk, and then after we had gone out a distance, plans were sprung and changed.
Alright. So, yeah.
No one knows where Agathar is.
She's just
Nope.
going to shake her head. Don't know. Father didn't tell us.
He would. Do you at least know if he's okay?
We still...
Looks at her hands.
Yeah, Anna looks at her hands. And then, Belle just goes, Father's magic still pulls within us. So yes, he is still alive, probably.
Alright, I'm sorry,
that
I didn't know
uncertainty.
how that worked. I didn't know how that worked, so as long as you're still up and moving, then I suppose he's still okay. Alright, he kind of just looks back towards the door with a worried look, and he goes, "Well, I guess we just have to wait then. Just let me know if anything changes, alright?
They both nod.
And stop giving Amalia swirlies."
It's the only way she learns. It's the only way she learns!
He looks
if
at
she didn't want to get slurried, she wouldn't be so slurryable.
He just kind of looks at Amalia with a stern look on his face, and he goes, "Well, if that's the only way she can learn, I'm sure we can find other ways."
They both sigh. Then Anna nods. I suppose you're right. Father would want us to be nice and not be cruel.
Right, I'll be back. just behave up here, all right? I don't think your father would want to come back and see you all bickering like this.
Thank you, Soren. You want a bald spot too?
No! And he just closes the door.
Okay.
Oh, I love that I've done this.
And he goes back downstairs and just kind of like does a small knock on the front of the door and opens it. So was Soren aware that there were travelers there? I forget if
no.
Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna kind of open the door and say, "Hey, is everything?" Oh. And just kind of look at the travelers with a blank look.
None of them are the one from the poetry slam.
Yeah, but they're still travelers.
The comedy master just kind of like lifts a hand up, like, "Yoo-hoo! How are you doing?"
I'm doing.
Neutral mask just kind of like pulls out another chair from within their robes and places it beside them. Would you like to join us?
You know what? I've got things I need to do inside. I'll have to pass. And he slowly pulls his head.
To which Tragedy Mask says, "But we are joining you on the inside later, no?"
He stops, like, slowly drawing his head in, and then just puts it all the way back out again, and just looks at him and goes, and he gets a very nice smile on his face, and he goes, "I'm sorry, you're doing what now?"
We are supposed to be traveling with you at a point in time, no?
Supposed to be traveling? He looks at Francois. Is this? Are they actually supposed to be traveling with us?
It's... I imagine they're supposed to, according to themselves, and good luck convincing them otherwise.
Uh-huh.
At the very least, I've convinced them to wait out here until Morrigan gets back.
The three of them nod in unison, to which the neutral master just pats the chair. And it would behoove us for you to join us, no?
He sighs, like, not wanting to talk to travelers right now.
She rolls her eyes and just... They've already all but confirmed that they would simply follow us if we said no.
It would be quite difficult. And very, very taxing. And very inconvenient, says Tragedy Mask.
Yeah, she doesn't even look away from Soren, just kind of points a finger.
He just, like, takes a sigh and just shakes his head. He goes, "I've got some things I need to take care of inside. If I have the time, I'll be out here later. How about that?"
The three of them shrug. And then, Neutral Mask just kind of, like, scoots the chair a bit closer to Swall and just pats it. Just, just kind of, like, leaves it there. She doesn't take it away.
He's already pulled his head and he's already closed the door.
Yeah. To be fair, they aren't trying to come out here anyway. They're just like, well, it's here if you want it.
Yeah, but Soren does not, so...
Okay, well, what are you doing back inside?
He's going to go back and train a little bit to try and get a little bit more... attuned to his capabilities. But that's something we could do. Yeah, that's something we could do behind the scenes.
Right. What is Vonnie doing?
Vonnie's somewhere doing something.
For the stream audience. Interact. I'm poking you.
But Vonnie's just is just in the living room, just munching away at her snacks. Watching Soren come and go. As Soren comes in, Wine just looks at her.
At him?
Yeah. I'm like, wait a sec. That ain't right there. So, what was that?
he just sighs, and as he's going back down to the basement, says, "Travelers."
I feel sorry for Renswa.
I will say, Vani has not had the chance to encounter travelers yet.
She's heard things.
Heard things, but has never encountered them.
Everyone agrees that travelers are no.
No,
So
the general consensus when it comes to travelers is that they are interesting. In their own ways.
Well, that and how Soren reacted, she's like, yeah. Good luck, Renswa. You're on your own.
Yeah, Soren, as he says, or as Vani says, I feel sorry for Renswa. Just Soren's like, well, it makes two of us.
Okay. I understand.
I'm sorry, Shad, but Soren at the moment does not like travelers.
It's fine. It's fine. I get it.
Vani's only heard things, and based off of Soren's reaction, she's like, yeah. I don't know.
Don't you want to go out there and see for yourself? How incurious of you. Alright.
Yes.
So, with all of that, I believe that the other two are back.
Yes.
So, we cut away from that scene, as the two of you walk into a log cabin. Inside this log cabin is a very quaint settlement. You see that there is a area for cooking, a area for sitting, and a door that you see hanging above the mantle a large sword that looks decorative.
Is it though?
I mean, wouldn't know.
You said I know this guy.
I mean, you know him. But you burn his equipment into his equipment into your mind?
You just remember the back of his head or his face?
Fair enough, anyway. So, but yeah, no, it looks decorative.
Okay.
It's hard to tell with weapon. And he basically walks over to a large cast iron pot that's over an open fire, beneath a chimney. Kind of says, "You can take a seat over there at the table. I have soup."
Aethar is just looking around, for just like barely, kind of not even hiding the fact that he's like looking for stuff lurking in the shadows, like possible exits, like kind of just doing sort of just a look around of this guy's place to try to smell anything funny.
Go ahead, roll perception.
Sure. I'm known to be very perceptive. Yeah.
There is absolutely cabin hiding in the shadows. That is an escape or an exit, aside from maybe. And because of your natural paranoia, Agathar, you'll also note that he pulls out 3 bowls from the same pile. And in that pile there were only 3. He then takes the same ladle, and he ladles into each of them from the same pot a collection of soup, like a beef stew of sorts. She then proceeds to walk over to the table and place at one end, the other side. There is a chair that is much smaller than the other two that is off to the side.
Perfect for Aggie.
And there are two on either side of the table, opposite ends. Takes a seat in one and just gestures.
I will take the seat across from him, and Aggie will take the small one, I'm assuming.
Yeah. You said the small one's kind of off to the side?
As in, like, you know how there's like how like a table has like how like a square table has four sides to it.
Right.
It's one side, opposite side, and then between those two on one side.
Okay. And Morgan's in her Corvin form, right?
Yeah, standing just under 6 foot. Or was it?
Okay. All right. Then if she's not hiding, neither will he. He will kind of start walking to his seat, kind of still looking towards the man. And when he gets close, you guys hear the little click-clack of hard materials against each other as one of the appendages comes out from under the cape, reaching to the small chair to kind of move it so he can sit in it. And then the other one will plant itself on the ground to push him up himself to sit, so he doesn't he barely moves, but the appendages kind of clack and clitter as they move around, adjusting how he sits and pulling him closer to the table, all kind of while maintaining eye contact with the man.
Morgan makes her way over to the opposite chair, pulling it out before settling down. This is quite far from home for you, isn't it? Far enough away from the border.
He looks over at your appendage and just gives it a small nod. Nice craftsmanship.
Just kind of not deadpan, but
sorry,
definitely
nice craftsmanship.
Thanks. I spent a long time working on them. How long have you been waiting for us?
I've been waiting. Thank you. Slowly takes a bite of his soup.
He wasn't waiting, he's just good at what he does. Morgan, in fact, is not eating her soup, though it does reside in front of her. Yeah, I know, it's probably pretty plain that she wouldn't eat the soup.
Yeah, neither is Agathar. He's not touching that thing. Not yet, at least.
He just kind of, looks at the two of you and notes you're not eating and just hugs.
I find it odd, the change in your environment. The birds' houses are new.
They've been.
No. Well, tell me. What does one of your persuasion find retirement in a foreign land?
Came out here in the middle of nowhere because you're lonely. Is there a ring on his hand?
Yeah, there are 2 rings. Finger.
Rests her beak on her knuckle. So, a wife and child that resides on the exterior of your house. I was referring to the remains, but in a sense, no.
Speaking of necromancer, there remains to a patch of holy soil.
It's very smart, but I don't have any interest in using your family's remains. I don't roll that way.
His eyes are gonna narrow and he
Yeah, you insight.
accidentally rolled that.
Wow!
He gets really high. I gotta tell you the exact number. He just narrows his eyes at you for a couple seconds, or his eyes kind of go a little wide.
A lot more would exist, but due to some circumstances, we find our numbers a little thin.
Can't say I'm sorry for every neck.
I agree.
Some of them have been right bastards, but I will say I as for some. Takes in the bite of his suit.
You've yet to answer my question. Why keep so many birdhouses?
Takes my mind off. Told him. Oh.
Seems your deeds weighed heavy on your mind. I mean, it's pretty clear, but Agatha, we're also inside that.
Go ahead.
A lot of... He's also known to incite people. That's great.
There's a solemn melancholy. You look around the house and take in the fact that the guy really still the chair where his at still the there's still a few and of course the fact that he
Agathar's expression is still hardened. He knows what this man has done, especially to, one of somebody he holds dear, but his expression will soften slightly. He looks at him with a look of familiarity, but also like not giving him too much of an inch. If that makes sense.
There's go ahead.
looks over to Morgan and a very small apologize for what then, but without you want. Think it'll make you feel better.
I don't need empty words.
Ain't empty. That night, in their fire and blood. And children fallen. Back to my own kid. Right with me.
Are you the only one that felt that way?
Others.
So you haven't been keeping touch with
No, I haven't.
There's definitely like the air of what's a good word? Just see if she can hide it.
Oh boy.
Disadvantage, I would say, on that.
Okay. The game's like, bet.
She is very good.
The DC is 25.
I mean, insight can be rolled, and good rolls can be made.
That's true. Here we go. Wow. Morgan's handling it really well.
Man, Soren.
Yeah, I mean, looking at her, her posture is not relaxed, but not terribly tense. She's resting her beak on her palm, and her clawed fingers are kind of like wrapped over the top of her beak as she's kind of like resting there, looking at him and listening to this conversation. It's difficult to read what she's thinking.
No. Not the first one to.
Feathers start to rise on her now. Is that right?
Didn't kill him, though. Tired of it.
I would know this much. I've at least seen them.
At least you're here, Alex.
Because you can definitely see one of her pinky claws just leaving an etch across her beak from where you're currently sitting.
Yeah, I guess I definitely like kind of rises a little bit and then looks at Morgan, knowing what he's pretty much having a guess, a pretty solid guess.
Shame I do not have her before me to why it is she decided to leave this out. Our conversations.
Maybe she wanted you to see for yourself.
You'd have to know I knew where he was to know that.
Just one.
Beyond that at this point.
Drugs.
You hope you still care for the people you left behind in your cities.
No. People that.
Oh, I know. Certainly.
No. Gave us.
Taking some superior officer, deacon,
Saying it
should it?
should.
Why would common folk give you an order like that? I am not so simple to think the common folk rallied behind such a notion. Did not get to where I am now by jumping to the first conclusion that made sense.
Where are you now?
I am sitting at the table across from one of the men who butchered my family. Contemplating on what should happen next.
Options so far.
Leans back and crosses her arms. I am unsure. Initially, your purpose was to be a touchstone for myself and my friend here to bond over for a certain sequence of events. Though I find myself thwarted at every turn. So, at this point, I believe it is only proper you offer your thanks and gratitude to him, saving you and your people. Every last one of them.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that happens to not go through with it. A druid, more of a necromancer arts, a samurai, a strange batch of folks from all corners of the world. So, since we're talking, an opportunity has presented itself. It very seems very clear that you've just been kind of sitting here. And I do want to give you my condolences about your family. I'm not going to ask about how or when. That's frankly none of my business. And I can tell that you're still battling with such a thing, but as much as she would hate to hear this, you two are very similar in some regards.
This is an eyebrow.
Can't let go. You have every reason not to. The entire world is taken from you, each of you. I don't ever blame either of you for not letting go, but the world and nature moves on, just as you should. You think you owe it to the people that helped push you up and elevate you to the best form of yourself. And leaning into that, our group will be heading into Viori soon. We're not going to spill much of the beans about it, but you want to go to the head of the snake. And I think having someone who is very familiar with the snake, I think would be a valuable ally. You know how that Inquisition works. You know them, possibly, you know their moves, what they're looking for, how they move. You might have some strings you could pull. Maybe get us some information. Call in some favors if you have any.
Left that laugh behind.
Yeah, here you are waiting for a new one.
Hey, Morgan.
Hmm.
What's she looking like now?
Let's see.
Like she shouldn't have brought Agathar along.
Exactly. That's
You,
your fucking mistake.
as you're trying to like recruit this man, you can kind of hear just like the slight cracking of wood as you look over to where she's seated. The one hand that's on her beak, and the other one beside her. You can just see those long talons, just like an inch and a half in the wood. And you could, as you look up, you could just see one of those like blazing yellow eyes looking at you.
And have to come with us. You can meet us in Viori, or he doesn't even need to come at all. I'm just giving out options. We constantly throw above our weight class. I'm trying to give us an edge.
Roll me.
And this is when Agathar gets a natural 20.
Close.
Oh,
Close.
Can't read him for shit, but can convince him really well.
He's
Morgan,
just a little guy. Blink, blink.
Morgan over there like, where is Vaelyn when I need him?
Vaelyn, this dude would be dead right now. He would be on the ground. Vaelyn would be like, all right, bet.
he looks between you, and like keep in mind this entire time his expression is just kind of deadpan. He doesn't seem to be reacting to much. Like none of this is really surprising to him. But it's also at the same time like not like emotionally invigorating. That also makes sense. And so, kind of, he just kind of, like, looks between you and, like, Morgan with her claw digging into the table. And he's just like, "Friend there don't seem to."
I don't blame her. Again, it's not for me to decide. The group decision.
We have people inside. We do not need someone who hasn't been there for over a decade.
Friend's right.
How is that?
I'll agree.
Are you going to enlighten me or continue walking around it?
You see him lean back and then after a moment, dawning.
That's a big word.
I'm saying that people in victim essential. Critical.
You know, I shouldn't be surprised.
He reaches up to chest and he unlaces a. You know how tunics have like the little like strings chest that like stop it from being a V-neck, basically?
Yeah.
Basically reaches up and he pulls that to the side and the bow comes slowly tugs it down. Then he reaches up and he rips chirp. And right on his chest, just above his heart, is arcane symbol.
Oh, fucking skill!
What is it? Can I tell what it is?
Glyph of warding.
You cannot. You cannot, Morgan. I'll give you, because you're a wizard, that this is. That I'll give you the spell school, but Agathar, I will give advantage on the check.
Okay.
He's contracted by Mel.
That's what's funny.
Natural 20. Oh boy. So that mark is a necromancer. More specifically, Agathar, that mark on his is a mark of particular kind.
Okay.
Allow me.
Music change.
Uh,
Background information.
Oh,
yeah.
Are
Yeah.
Hey Agathar, how does it feel like that this person might be family?
I don't fucking know.
fallen paladin made death knights.
Yeah. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Oops. All oath breakers.
Shad's trying to find music, probably.
Oh yeah, I am trying to buy music.
All right, that's 20 recognition. My money is on Agathar's mother.
That would be fucking bananas.
They stole
That
your
would
mommy
be-
and your daddy to make a lich factory.
That would be a fucking bananas.
And in return, they keep cloning Liam and killing him. It's the same one every time.
Okay, I have it.
All right.
All right, give me just a second. Okay. So, that is the mark of a Forsworn. Forsworn are born the same way all paladins. Paladin seeking lichdom swears an oath, an undying one. Most times paladins do not forsake their previous oath when taking on undying oath. But those that do become oath breakers or ascending to lichdom. The ritual where a paladin lich becomes a Forsworn is simply called by other Forsworn as accolade. In it, the paladin is knighted and sword used in his accolade is rested upon both the shoulders of the paladin and then plunged into their chest, piercing their heart and ending their life as a paladin and rising them as a Forsworn, beholden to their new undying. And that mark on his chest is the mark of a Forsworn.
Does that mean he's undead?
Yes.
Fuck hell.
And Morgan doesn't know what this. No, she knows it's necromancy.
Huh.
That's about it. But she kind
Yeah.
of like narrows her eyes at the sigil, being unfamiliar with it.
Yeah.
He looks over to you, Agathar, and he sees that look of realization at him.
Yeah, his eyes are just wide as he looks up at him in the eyes.
Smiles. Yeah.
He's a lich.
Forsworn. Proper.
Yeah, you say lich, and her head swings in your direction, and here's Forsworn, and then just kind of slumps back again, wrapping her claws against her beak, as like waiting for an explanation.
The king, the lich. Or a Forsworn.
No, not him. The inner sect of our order, those of our oath is that of utter devotion to the crown, to people, to its protection, defense, the wholesale destruction of anything that would harm. Of course, such an oath has not taken so long. I joined the order, or particularly the inner sanctum, roughly 500 years ago.
Son of a bitch.
I've seen many people come and go. Me and brethren, Vain, sword and shield of
Would you help even if you tried?
well, certainly could try.
And with that natural 20, Shed, would he be aware of ways to undo the oath?
Well, you would know that whenever a forsworn is slain, body is rendered unusable, then every other member of and you would also know those members of the order can reconstitute fallen members. Another long ritual. You would also know that his life is tied to the other 5 brethren, or however many there are, and that you need to.
Now we know.
And that you need to kill every single one in order to ensure that they.
Just the drumming sound of
Yeah.
Maury's claws on the edge of the table.
Of course, you would also know that, like, if one of them is still alive, and you, and that one does not wish to revive the others, then the order basically.
Okay. Well, you being a forsworn, it's a surprise, but also an opportunity. He can't really kill you because you can just be brought back. But if we kill your brethren, your order, and there's one left, that person can refuse to bring the others back, and then it all topples. So you really could be the key to undoing that order.
Shrugs as he sews up his tunic again, closing off the arcane mark sight. O's in your really not on the road.
So if that comes up, will you?
Oh.
That's interesting. Just keep getting more complicated as they go. He just looks at Morrigan. We're, well, up against a lot of the things that they fight against, so this will be interesting. So unfortunately, even if you did end up killing him, really it wouldn't have mattered. Would they have known, by the way, if you died? They have like a connection like that?
Oh.
Her fucking face keeps twisting in and out of just like deep concentration and thinking, and then just moments of like raw hate.
She has a beak, so that means she's really upset.
Whenever us dies, the others
Only when one of you dies, though.
That's why I can't have too many in the order.
How many are there?
6, I reckon.
And I assume you are the only retiree?
You think they would keep an eye on you? Considering
Have patient.
figured a missing link to their own demise, you'd think they would keep a closer eye on it. But then again,
Yeah,
who would figure that out?
I only left roughly. Time passes differently. Century.
Fair.
Them, I'm still on. He holds up his fingers with his left hand. Vacate.
Let's see.
Damn, their PTO science must be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. How's the insurance?
I mean, after 500 years of service, you'd think you would have 20.
Damn, you don't lose it if you don't use it. That's fucking awesome.
No,
He, I guess, will lean back, crossing his arms, kind of in thought. Well, that certainly some things. But, you know, we didn't know about that before, and we would have been swinging blind. So, you've been very helpful.
Told Miss Eloise.
I got a question I'm gonna text to you, Shad.
Okay.
You wearing any J? Are they creasable?
so that PTO.
What are your sick days like? How's your dental?
What's the pay like? About how much more vacation time do you got left so that way we know the ratio
Honestly.
you get a year?
Yeah, let's do the math on this.
Yeah, you just see Morrigan go through like several stages of thought and just anger.
Seem to be having a difficult. Get your name at the.
Why would that matter?
Matters because it hurt you.
You don't know the
Hey.
meaning of the word.
So, name.
I am no human. I don't want to be seen that way to you.
See, some rare beast.
I think she stands, lifting her staff and kind of setting it beside her. I don't think there is anything left to be said. He looks at Agathar. Are you satisfied?
He thinks for a moment and then stands up. This time the appendages just kind of go back and back into place where in his back he just gets off himself. Where he stands up himself. Yeah, I think it's been a long day. I believe we should leave.
Not gonna eat before.
No.
At least for me, I wouldn't take it personally. Just call it a habit.
And I think with a swift shift on her heels, she is out the door.
Agatha goes to follow, but kind of slowly stops, kind of looks back at him. What's your name, by the way? I never did get it.
Name's Richard Johansson.
Agathar, but you might hear me as the Lord of Bones.
Posing it. Find him on. He gestures.
Mm-hmm. He kind of gives a little chuckle, and then kind of gives him a little smirk. Oh, you have no idea. Just be glad I didn't bring him.
Care of your friend out.
I always do.
Seemed too pleased that she.
Yeah. Yep. But it's what what family's for. And he'll walk out.
I'll nod. Back to eating soup. The both of you leave the cabin, and night has basically.
Yeah. Making our way back to the gondola. A sort of chilled, quiet march. Unless Agathar is saying something, Morrigan is going to be quite quiet.
Yeah, I think after a while of just kind of silent walking, he's gonna just kind of look over at her as they're kind of walking. You okay?
What is okay? I don't know what that feels like.
Well, from my glances into it, being okay is not feeling anxious or fury, and kind of just a word that I'm just starting to learn its name. It's, happy.
I think as you say this, she stops, cold, and turns to look down at you. What do you know of witchcraft?
very little, only from what you've shown.
Those who pull from dark magics do not weave mana from the air or borrow it from some distant place. Some pact bonded the creature is not so easily taught as that like of a wizard. It isn't born into one, as say one's lineage would allow. It's born of emotion, an anchor that is bound to a witch's very spirit. An anchor must be something that is felt so intensely that it electrifies one's whole being, drives them, makes their abilities and spellcraft stronger the more powerfully they feel that emotion. What anchor do you think I draw from?
It's pretty self-explanatory considering everything.
And the question of if I am okay should be as such. I am never going to be okay, Agatha. As long as my skin is green and my hair is a deep, dark blue, I will not be okay.
He goes to say something, but just kind of chooses not to, and just looks up at you with a soft nod as he fully understands what you're saying.
After that quiet moment, she shifts and we continue walking.
Right?
I think we do eventually reach the gondola. I assume, unless something
Yes. Yes, you.
unexpectedly stops us. Okay. Morgan flashes her VIP status and gets us another very nice room because, god damn it, I'm gonna use this this card that I got like session 3 or 4, I forget.
Nope.
It was really early on.
Yeah.
VIP gondola pass. I forget if I wrote any notes with it. I didn't. I think I just left it at that.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I guess we get to this room and we start off.
Alright. You guys settle back into the gondola, into like the lap of luxury. And and as it kind of like starts up and starts again, you guys find yourselves moving at high speed. Rainforest blurring from the windows the outside.
I think she shifts back into a halfling, readjusting her outfit to fit her again. I'm sorry.
I understand. You know, I understand that that's the type of energy that you have to tap into, but now that sort of your mission has been foiled for the most part, I was going to say I think maybe something a little naive, but it's I think you deserve a lot better than having Fury live your life. And I think there are, from my observations, if even after we sort of talked you down from it, your power didn't wane, it only grew. So maybe there's something else that you're tapping into that maybe you don't even realize.
She kind of like huffs through her nose, and she turns to look away from you as you finish that. I am not an expert practitioner in witchcraft, and my master is esoteric in her teachings, so there is much I do not know.
I guess there are ways to be kind of just before kind of adjusting how he's sitting, kind of in the posture of like, all right, fuck it. Have you thought about not being a witch anymore? Is that a possibility?
I'm gonna roll something to Shad.
Oh
Mori pulling
boy.
out.
Is it fireball damage? Hold on, I don't have evasion yet. Wait.
Mori pulling out
All right.
the voodoo doll of
You
Aggie.
have rolled it to me. Go ahead.
She pulls her lips in for a moment before she looks at her hands. It is all I have known. I don't know anything else. I suppose there is precedent for anything to happen at this point.
Well, I was a bit of a menagerie of skill sets. I tried being like Francois, being a bit more punchy, kicky. I had to give that up. And then the love of my life rolled around, and then I picked up on that. It maybe isn't the same, but maybe investigate things that not only pique your interest, but latch it. You have a lot of resources around. Heck, if it's something that what some of us know, like, for example, if you wanted to tap more into your druidic upbringings, but I think you have a bit of experience with some druid stuff. Maybe
She even smirks as she kind of like flexes her fingers and casts Druidcraft. Get a tiny little cloud with a few raindrops flaring down from it.
Yeah, see? Maybe Francois can teach you some druid stuff. I mean, she taught me monk stuff. I'm sure she could teach you druid stuff.
I have tried to get Francois to connect with her druidic roots. Her circle originated from a Mel. I am entirely surprised knows anything about druidic magic. Don't seem interested in it. Suppose that saddens me.
Well, if I learned anything about my time with all of you, our assumptions can change at a moment's notice.
Her eyes hang heavy for a moment. Yes. Hey.
He will hop off of the cushion he was sitting from and walk over to her, kind of popping up on the seat next to her. Kind of maybe try to break the ice a little bit. And he's like, I could always teach you necromancy.
I do not want to learn necromancy, Agatha.
I had to lighten the mood. My point is, probably okay to keep an open mind.
Speaking of open minds, our venture into the past had been interrupted on our stopping. We still had a few minor things to show you, if you were willing.
Do you mind if he kind of pokes at his necklace a little bit. Can I take this off now since we're heading back? Or do you still want to be a little secrecy?
And she pauses for a moment. I can take it back from now.
Okay. He will take the necklace off and gently hand it back to her.
She takes a moment after you remove it to look around the room. Do I see anything with my special eyes, Shad?
No, would you?
'Cause I can see invisible things within 10 feet of me.
Yeah, I know. Why would you?
Paranoia. She takes it, and you see her don it, slowly tying it around her neck.
Thanks for, showing me everything.
Of course. As she prepares this little ritual. Man.
How does the door to our cabin, is it like a door or is it like a sliding door?
Sliding door.
For shits and giggles, while she's setting up the ritual, can I cast alarm around the door? Can he cast alarm around the door and the windows?
Of course he can. It'll take you 44 minutes.
Can I use it as a spell slot? Because I think that makes it a 1 minute.
Yes, it will. You
Yeah.
have it prepared?
Yeah, I do actually. It's
Oh, okay.
it's from my rogue archetype.
She watches you start setting up alarms. Like, you don't need to set up alarms. This is the VIP room. It is as secure as any of the
Hey,
most
no,
secure room on the.
I know, but with the eyes and the villains that we attract, I don't think it's going to be enough to stop people.
No one is following us. I have taken every precaution.
He shrugs as he keeps doing it. What habit.
Spell slots and
Yo.
As you go back to where she is, as she's watched you do this, she sets up this ritual. And I will roll a thing. Okay. She sets up the ritual like she did before. Placing her hand on the dream catcher. This thread interlinked between them, between the both of you. Oh, Shad's asking me a thing.
Continue.
Okay. And as you you reach through to grab her hand, and she grabs yours, you yank. And something unexpected happens. Much of what happened the first time still happens. You fall back and you fall into yourself. But as you your body goes limp and you fall backwards, you notice that Morrigan doesn't collapse. You watch her stand over you as you fall into yourself and hit the ground. With a thump, you find your consciousness in a sort of liminal black vacuous space, staring out through your own eyes up at Morrigan. As she looks to her hand and the bit of thread that's still attached to her finger but not attached to yours. And I would really love some different music.
Oh no.
Go ahead and post some music in the bots map, and I will reorient it.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Begin the villain monologue.
Oh, I'm fucked. Oh no.
I love how easy it was. Planning
Fuck
this for
off.
so long.
Oh,
Bruh.
fuck you!
It's
Bruh's fucking
easy.
cooked.
Oh my god! No, Chucky, you fucking bitch! Oh my god! Fuck off!
I'm actually messing with you.
Please tell me you're messing with me.
I
do
am,
not
I
need
am.
this
Real-
right now. Okay.
Real talk. I'm messing with you. Okay.
Oh my god, I need to take a lap.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or is
Bro.
he? Who knows?
No,
This is why I ask for clarification all of the time. This is
It's-
why I have actual trust issues.
It's
Yeah,
it's
you
all
got-
good. It's all good. I whenever we first started this campaign, I said if I ever use real talk before a phrase, you know it's the truth. So real talk, no, I'm not. I'm messing with you.
Okay.
I am just fucking with you.
You
You
guys
got-
cannot tell you. My heart rate is so high right now.
You almost got
All right,
long
so
bombed.
I put a song in there. It's more ambience than it is music.
Go for it.
You are essentially stuck in this place, looking up at Morrigan as your body is limp on the ground. And you see her dull expression turn to one of just frustration and anger. You couldn't just see what I see, couldn't you? Don't understand how you can just look at all of this and just find the brighter side of things. It isn't there. She starts to pace, tossing and throwing things in frustration as they clatter and crash across the walls. Shaking. She is so angry she's shaking. I don't understand. I don't understand any of you. How you can just let all of this go. You know, you said something as we were heading out this way that was honestly very chilling. As she gets closer to you. Not right in your face. You mentioned I gave up very easily. And she shakes her head. I just want to be clear. Nothing's changed. Not really. just makes me so angry. Just what you thought you were doing in that house. Trying to bring that man into my home. Trying to make nice with these people. Hearing a sob story, being sorry. For him, of all people. Just don't understand. I've been poking and prodding and asking over and over, hoping someone had an answer. And all I've gotten is what ifs and hyperbole. No one knows how to make it stop. She just starts tapping her chest. I know how to make it stop, Agathar. Me. And then she just slumps back and just starts rubbing her face. Oh, why did it have to be this way? Oh, God. This gondola is going to make port in a few hours. You will be found. You will be unharmed. The last thing I want to do is see any of you hurt. But me, she stands up, adjusting the collar she now wears and slipping on a ring. I am going to disappear for a while. I understand. If this means you are all going to be after me, it's fine. Find me if you can. Hunt me if you dare. Kill me if you think you can. But in about 7 days' time, there won't be very much left of Viore. She takes the time to prop you up against a pillow, setting you up in a comfortable position, resting the dream catcher that's tethered to your finger and locking you in this stupefied state in your lap. I am so sorry. This is how it had to happen. I love all of you. But I'm not about to let them, all of them, mean nothing. She leans in and plants a kiss on your cheek before she moves to the window, pulling it open as the alarm immediately rings in your ear. Turns to look at you. Goodbye, Agathar. And she's out the window.
You're never this excited about doing anything good. Why did I not see something like this coming? Fuck! Oh, fuck! You're never excited about doing something good. Fuck!
And now, for something different.
Remember how in the pregame, and Vox was all about, like, look at all of the nice characters that they play.
Yeah.
I know, right? Anyway,
God.
so yes. As she hops out the window and you are left there alone, paralyzed, everywhere. return to Francois, Soren, and Bonnie, who now find themselves having it be around 10 p.m. Agathar and Morgan have not returned. And as you see, Francois, you are still currently, I would assume, outside with the three travelers, yeah?
To her displeasure.
Alright. They're currently playing a card game with you.
So somewhere before that point in time, you would have seen Soren leave the caravan and just start heading into Deepwood. And he just goes, "Well, I'll be back, Renswell. I don't know when, but hopefully not too late."
Very well.
And he disappears into Deepwood.
Alright. And then a few hours later, he returns.
Or at least you think he does. There's somebody that shows up. Next to the like approaching the caravan. It's a male Orctali you don't immediately recognize because he's in an outfit that you don't remember like seeing anybody dressed in, but as you see his face, you begin to recognize who it is. And Chad, if you would please.
Uh-huh.
So many reveals this session.
I know, right?
New drip!
Oh yeah, there's some new drip. Give me a second. Hello. Please.
And Vox had to pull that crap before I did this.
Yep.
I
Steal your
know,
thunder.
right?
So yeah, Morrigan is chaotic evil.
Oh,
Yes. Well, no. She's neutral evil, but yes.
Okay, so I can't reveal it to all players because that
Fuck
show
you
to
mean?
players button isn't working. But I did put in all of your notes, fresh off the presses by Finbun, creator of my lovely avatar. We have new Soren.
You got a full art commission. Oh, okay. Hold on. Where is it?
In your
Where at?
journal.
Where are the journal? I'm looking.
Under mysterious note.
Yeah.
Scroll all the way at the bottom.
Eh.
Under the front, please for me.
Your boy with his new drip.
Master Mills counter living as there was. I'm not seeing it.
There should be a Mr. Sponge Cake folder in the team.
I see it. I see it.
I'm gonna refresh.
It's high
Bro
noon.
got the drip.
it's high noon. Soren got the high noon Yone skin.
It's high
Just
noon.
wait
My
for him to
quick
see it.
draw is activated.
Yes, there is a reason they're making all these references.
Am I blind?
Wait,
Probably.
Potentially.
Here,
Hold
I've
on.
got here. I can.
let me. It's also on stream. I think I may have accidentally
Look for
forgot to
Sponge,
add
Mr.
you.
Sponge Cake, and it's right under it.
Oh, you know
I
what?
don't even
I
see that.
literally forgot to add him.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
Don't worry. Just mild gaslighting. I forgot.
Holy fucking shit.
It's totally there, bro. Trust me.
Soren is
Like
on.
never ends.
Wow,
Immediately.
I can't wait for Agathar to see that. He's totally gonna be okay when he sees that.
I know, right?
God.
He's totally gonna be completely normal about it.
He totally
Fuck.
didn't just get utterly betrayed by someone that he loves and cares for.
Yeah.
All right,
And whatever you look.
I will be I'm sorry. I will be obsessing over this for a whole week. I'm sorry. This is just happening.
What I did,
Oh,
or
yeah.
what this image?
Yes.
Yours
Yes.
is to be happening for longer.
There.
All right, I am now going to remove this from your. You can post in the fan art section.
Put it in the stream
God.
channel.
Yep, in the Rains of Vitrium thing. There you go. You had your chance to look. Oh shit.
Where's the fan?
In,
I'm just gonna put it in.
it'll be in the Rains section of.
Oh, there it is. Yep. 1 second.
All right. So, yes, he walking in with the drip, and
Post it.
yes. So, what is so Renswa is currently playing cards with these three travelers as Miss Neutral Mask kind of looks over to Soren and just gives a little whistle. Ooh, looking good there, sir.
Oh, howdy, and thanks.
The
And he-
comedy mask stickers. He said howdy. To
He
which,
shrugs and goes, I'm still trying to see if it fits me. I don't think it does.
Tragedy Mask kind of like gives you a thumbs up. I think it looks good, no?
Well, I was talking about saying howdy, but I really like this look. Funny story. I just walked into the clothing store and then said, "You got anything that matches this?" And he just like flicks the hat he's wearing. And this is what they came up with.
We nod. Ah, yes, it sounds about right. So, Francois, you have 21?
And Soren like goes back into the caravan. He's got a small bag like over his shoulder as well.
Out of curiosity, sir, I'd like to take a seat and play a game with us.
I
There's,
ain't really good at that. You know what? Sure.
Oh, we are good at a great many games. Would you like to switch to something else? We have poker, backgammon, four-person chess.
Well, teach me the rules of this game. I'll see how I do.
Right then. I don't know where the sudden Australian French accent came. Alright, then. And he'll teach you the rules of blackjack, aka 21.
And he'll sit and
Right.
try to help
Very
Francois
important dice.
tolerate the
very
presence of the travelers.
Very important dice roll. How well was I doing at blackjack? D100, go burr.
Oh
Fucking-
my god!
You are currently negative 5,000.
I'm sorry you lost the card. Sorry,
if,
you lost the card.
if you guys were playing for stakes, which they're not, you wouldn't have a name, you wouldn't have a smile, you wouldn't have a laugh anymore.
Yeah. It just wouldn't exist.
You just ceased to exist. You would have given them your first, second, and third born.
Goddamn.
That tracks though. Rensois has no poker face. Official.
Hell yeah. And they take full advantage of that.
Oh, for sure.
I will ask. Hey, Vonnie, do you ever come outside to see what has become of Rensois at any point in time? Please say yes.
See. No,
Do you do anything?
As soon as you said, "Hey, Vonnie, do you?" the answer is no.
Come on, buddy, please. I need this.
Vonnie's just watching from the window, eating her snacks, laughing at.
So exactly what you're doing right now. Got it.
Laughing as Rensois loses money.
Tragedy Mask kind of like looks up at you and just kind of says, "Oh look, Avacha! Oh sorry, oh look, Avacha! Would you like to join us?
Et voyeur.
A voyeur."
Vonnie just keeps on watching, just looks back, taps the ear. Nope, can't hear.
They both look at you. Or sorry, they all three look at you. Like you see Tragedy looking at you, and then Comedy leans to the right of Tragedy, and then Neutral leans to the left of Tragedy, and they're kind of like sequentially one after the other. They're all just like staring up at you, or they all shrug in unison. I guess that one doesn't want to win it, but doesn't want to win any money on magical artifacts, no? I suppose not.
She's kind of being absorbed in her work. I've just been leaving her be.
Ah, but there's just no interaction inside, is there? Aye. It's always the quiet ones that you really have to watch, no? You get the sense they're all three giving you a shit-eating grin.
He just kind of like raises an eyebrow at him and goes, "Let's just play a game, eh?"
They all three nod, and then they start dealing out the cards. I would like for the both. I'd like for you to roll me a D100, Soren, to see if you fare any better.
No.
Oh,
Okay, no,
my
no,
God!
Let's
no.
go.
I'm pointing at my computer. Says, "Travelers, get the fuck out of there!" They run the system. They run Roll20. It's all part of their plan. The
Out of-
chemicals on the hard drives.
But turn the dice to ones.
Almost out of curiosity, I want to roll.
Check your D100s. Everybody check your
Why
D100s.
don't you come out here and play, Vonnie?
Bonnie's just.
Okay, it works.
laughing at
All right,
them.
we're good. Nice.
Ah, nice.
Nice. So, both of you are utterly terrible at this game. And comedy, the comedy mask one is kind of like folding their cards back and back. Back along together, like shuffling up the deck and stuff like that, and just kind of like dealing out the cards one by one, and just like, you guys keep coming up with terrible hands. Not that Tragedy or Neutral are doing any better than two of you, but they're doing a little bit better. As it slowly rolls around 10, 11 o'clock, and still no sign of Agathar or Mark. Should have been back by now.
As that time starts to roll around, Soren's just going to like fold it and like put his cards into a stack and just kind of lay them on the table and go, "All right, I'm getting really worried now. 1 second." And he steps up to go back into the caravan to seek out Annabelle and Anna.
You see the two of them are currently with Amalia between them, all three playing chess, with Anna watching Amalia very, very closely.
Soren is happy to see that all three of them are behaving, but he just comes in with a look on his face, and he just with like a worried look, like he's practically beside himself at this point. He goes, "Oi, is there? Do you know? Are you able to tell where Agathar is right now?"
Brother is somewhere close, I believe. Anna
You know
said,
where?
Sorry, Belle says as she just kind of like seems enraptured by her game before she takes a pause and over to you. Outskirts of the city. Why do you ask?
Soren doesn't answer. He leaves and goes browsing the outside of the city to see if he can find him.
As you kind of like leave, the three travelers look between one another, and Comedy stands up before everybody. May I ask where you're going?
Soren doesn't answer. He's just
No, fuck
going
you.
around the outside of the city.
Soren?
Seems concerned. Should we?
Pardon me a moment. As she will stand and kind of hustle after Soren.
Comedy looks
Yeah, Soren.
between Tragedy and Neutral before kind of like doing a shrug, and we'll follow along.
Yeah, Soren is like power walking. He's speed walking. He's trying to find Agathar.
So, the three of you kind of like. I actually have a question. Hey, Vonnie. Soren ran
Yeah.
in, looked very concerned, and then ran back out. What do you do?
What's going on?
Following along and asking this, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, Soren just kind of shakes his head and goes, "Aggie and Mori should have been back by now. Where are they? Anna tells me that Aggie's nearby, so maybe Morrigan's with them. They should have been back by now."
They went window shopping?
I don't know.
She does not sound very convinced of her own argument.
Yeah, he just shakes his head and goes, "I don't know. He didn't even tell Anna or Belle what he was doing. But they kind of can tell that he's on the outskirts of town."
Sounds like it was a secret thing, no?
Aye, and with him being as gone as long as he is, I'm worried.
Out of curiosity, what is Agatha?
He just says kobold about yay high, and he's kind of like squatting down to like make the height comparison.
Was that a tic tac?
Yeah, like just kind of
Black
like
and-
holds his hand to his knee.
Black and blue, jungle kobold.
He nods. I could try locating him myself, no?
Soren just says, "If you want, I'm just really worried about him."
Ah. No, I happen to have a kobold tracker.
You know what now? He
With your
doesn't
Horizon
stop
plan.
Don't just don't think about it, Soren.
Do you two wish to
Can
see
it
it?
find
Oh,
Agatha?
sorry. Do you two wish to see it?
Will it find
He's-
Agatha?
It certainly should be able to.
Then do it.
He nods and gives a small bow, and he'll reach into his robes and pulls out a small it looks like a sundial
Dragon Ball works?
with shut it. It looks like a sundial with a flat face and a grid-like pattern on it, and what looks to be various arrows pointing in different directions. It has a couple buttons on it that he proceeds to push up, and he clicks them a couple times, spins them, pushes one in, and you see all the other arrows fade away, replaced with just the one arrow. Right, jungle kobold, black blue scales, small for his size, so on and so forth. Oh, there he is. Follow me, no?
If there is like one singular direction being shown on the sundial, Soren has already walked in that direction.
And he has it in his hand.
Yeah, but Soren, I'm assuming Soren can see it.
I mean, yeah. He'll just kind of like you notice that he's a little bit faster than you.
Soren doesn't care. He's running at this point.
That's fine. He'll run with you.
We need a good exercise cardio, no?
It's like, he'll run with you. Because
He'll-
he's a Shad NPC, so he has to be slightly better than you.
Oh, shut it, you! He literally has a faster movement, just naturally. I'm sorry.
Oh, just naturally.
Right.
Yeah,
Right,
natural
I
90
will.
movement speed.
I will say, Rensois is faster than him, though.
I was gonna say,
Monk
got the
movement
monk.
speed. Yeah, exactly.
Say like you made the sandwich.
So yeah, and as the four of you are just kind of like making your way down the streets and towards the outskirts of Deepwood,
making my way downtown. Sorry.
I had to do one.
he
Had to do it.
he looks over to you, Soren, and just kind of goes, your friend is probably safe, no?
I'll believe it when I see it.
but of course. He looks a little nervous as the four of you speed along down, and eventually you find yourselves going towards where you exit the city and you move towards the station itself, and you see that the gondola, the last one for this particular day, has been docked. And you see a variety of people still milling about, getting off of it, getting their luggage and so forth, but no Agathar. And as they're kind of standing there, this comedy just kind of like moves his tracker back and forth and's like, he is on there, and it looks if it's on the Panther Suites. Okay, follow me.
The Soren's already moving.
And he'll walk in, and with to the side of him. Basically, the four of you enter the gondola, further down these long wood, going various small doorways until you get to where the pentacles are. At which point, the little kobold tracker he has starts dipping, and as he kind of leads you guys to the front door, he'll pause and just kind of go, trap.
Soren stops and goes, "What kind of trap?"
Trappy trap.
Magical in nature. Give me just a moment to. He'll have him make a roll.
And
Hey,
while he's
magic-
doing that, Soren's arms are folded. He's tapping his arms against his fingers against one arm, tapping his foot on the ground.
As soon as the traveler says magical in nature, Vonnie just goes up the door, taps it, and kicks in the door while casting Dispel Magic.
Oh, okay.
I know how to do this. Crash.
He just kind of like looks up to you and's like,
He takes a very delicate touch. No. Shh.
Don't touch the sides.
He just looks over you. He's like, but I was in the middle of disarming it.
It's more fun this way.
Soren like
Shrugs.
charges in as fast as he can.
Yeah, no, Rensoir's already like
The
right behind Vonnie.
the two of you kind of like squeeze into one another to like get in the room quicker. And as the three of you enter the room, then guy just kind of like leans in from the doorway. The four of you would notice that Agathar is currently passed out with a string around his finger, with his eyes wide open.
Oh, his eyes are just open.
And they're the string is connected to a dream catcher.
Oh, the dream catcher's gone
Why?
because it follows you.
No, I used a different one.
Oh, a different one? Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, not the Dreamcatcher.
Okay,
I
okay.
have more than one.
But yeah, as soon as Soren sees Agathar there, he just screams, "Aggie!" And he runs in.
You watch as a tiny fly just buzzes, lands on one of his eyes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Soren is shooing it away.
It shoos away.
Get away from my man.
You see a couple tears in the corners of his eyes as they look a little bit shriveled.
Soren's gonna like quickly close his eyes and try to wake up. Come on, Aggie, wake up!
You might not want to do that. It
Don't-
is.
Yeah, Rensoir just kind of like grabs him and pulls him up. Don't shake him.
Why not?
He might give him brain damage.
That's it.
He's like a baby.
It's like a baby. His skull is soft.
You go ahead, Rensoir. I assume you and this guy are gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, her eyes narrow as she looks towards what she knows as And she says out loud, "Witchcraft."
And then Soren will look at the Dreamcatcher, and then like gears begin to turn in his head, and he shakes. He goes, "Wait, Mori did this?"
I don't know.
Well, Aggie can tell us. Can we get him out of this?
Minor aside, bit of a stretch to assume Morgan did this.
Well, there's a Dreamcatcher there,
Yes.
so it's and they we do know that they
It's
did
also
this
the only
together,
witch
right?
he knows.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Besides Eloise, and we know she's not around.
She does tea stuff and not Dreamcatcher stuff. That's fair enough.
Yeah,
That's fair
yeah.
enough.
The Doomcatcher is kind of her calling card.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. Okay, fair enough. This guy kind of like leans in the room. Would you allow me to make an attempt?
He
Depends.
looks.
How much do you know about witchcraft?
An amount, no?
How much of an amount? As she just leans in, like, for a rabbit growling at him.
Suffice to say, I could maybe help him, no?
1 to 10. How much do you know?
I would say a rough equivalent of a 8.
That's so much.
Fine.
Yeah.
But if so much as one brain cell is scrambled, you'll find out what that pendant you tried to steal from me can do.
I see that eye drift slightly.
Okay. This is why I offered to do so, no? It's a bit of an expertise. Oh, I'm just gonna squeeze.
Stop talking and do it.
Yes, of course. I need to squeeze in here a little bit. You know, just kind of like slide into the room and just slowly kind of like make his way over to Akhtar. He'll reach over and like gently detach Soren's hands from him, kind of like lift them up and over to the side and just kind of like say, "You sit off his that first."
Soren growls for a second at first, and then he just like shakes his head and goes, "Right, okay," and he backs up and
Yeah, jeez, also hostility.
and he's just gonna kind of like be kneeled down, just looking at Agathar.
He'll kind of like look at him. He'll reach into his robes, and before he does anything, just says, he looks over to you guys and goes, lucky I brought my instruction booklet on this, no?
Please help him.
Yes, but it's lucky I brought the instruction booklet, no?
Yes, it's great.
Ah, yes, very. And he'll pull out a small booklet. He'll
Witchcraft for dummies.
read. Yeah, exactly. It's called Witchcraft for Dummies.
I know how his magic works.
And he'll pause for a moment, or reaching over and very gently unraveling the string connecting Agathar's hand to the dream. And with each loop that unwinds from him, Agathar, you feel your senses returning to you. Slowly. The first loop returns your sense of touch. Second returns your sense of hearing. Third, your sense... I know, just... The third, your sense of smell. And then taste. And then the feeling in your body. The ability to move your muscles. As that last cord comes unwound, you are fully back in your...
I'm gonna say,
Harriet.
hear everything I said.
So
You
he
did.
he was
He did.
he was conscious throughout that
Yes.
monologue for leaving and then arriving.
Yeah,
Just imagine like sitting in a dark room with a window. That was essentially your experience.
yeah, but
Okay.
have you ever seen the movie Get Out?
No,
Oh my, every time.
I'm a baby.
Okay, okay,
I know
It's
ish
fine.
about. I know it ish.
okay. Well, basically, you were trapped in the sunken place, is where you were.
Okay.
Okay.
So here is a very important.
And as you kind of like snap back to reality, you take a
Well,
deep
there
breath,
goes gravity.
and your eyes fucking burn.
I shit you not. I put the limit at 25. I rolled just fucking above it.
What was it for?
Well, you'll see. When he finally is just free from this fucking prison he's been in for like several hours.
Yes.
His eyes shoot back open and then he lunges forward, and just like lets out a scream, of surprise, and you guys see his face is twisted in fury. This is the angriest you've ever seen him, and he almost stumbles to his feet, and then he kind of falls back after kind of just being in one spot for like 8 hours.
Hey, it's okay.
The Soren is already there to catch him.
And that rage just melts into tears as he just fucking just weeps,
And
as he
Soren
just fucking just starts just crying and just kind of gripping whatever he can grab.
Yeah, Soren has already pulled him like close, and he's going, "All right, calm down, Muffin. Calm down. You're with us. You're with friends. What happened?"
Muffin. Adorable.
Morgan. He looks up at the both of them. She's gonna go through with it.
What?
She's going to Viore. She's gonna blow up those cities.
Soren's head snaps to look at Rensois with just a look of just shock.
Rensois looks like as much as you can see through her fur, obviously, but like even her fur kind of seems to like pale as she kind of looks shell shocked.
He just like kind of grabs his face. God damn it! God damn it! God damn it! God damn it! Try to convince her. From it. She isn't gonna stop.
So yeah, Soren is like letting Agathar get have as much space as he needs, but he listens to Aggie say all this, and his features just turn grim, and he turns his head to look at Rensois and say, "Well, looks like our timetable's being pushed."
There is no response. There's no reaction.
Comedy mask, he kind of like says, "Uh-oh. Like I stumbled into quite the conundrum, no?" And with that, end of session.
Oh. Oh my god.
I mean, unless oh wait, no, we still have time.
Yeah, we still have time. We have an hour. We have 2 hours.
Yeah,
I don't know
about
about
15
that.
minutes.
We have time.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. No.
At any rate, so, thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for watching. Agathar, say goodbye to the people. as we go into our
Well,
post-stream.
Well, remember, you only get 2 chances.
Morgan, say goodbye to the people.
She's not here because she can't say anything.
Yeah, she can't say anything. She doesn't get an outro. Skip her. You gotta skip her.
Goodbye,
PG
people,
now.
for the last time.
Alright. Francois, say goodbye to the people.
Crazy how she's gonna push me towards Neatal. That's wild.
Soren, say goodbye to the people.
I am beginning to reconsider some friendships now.
Vani, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, everyone.
Alright.
It's like Bonnie is just like, I don't fucking know or care about any of these people.
At any rate, as we go into our poster, remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that other jazz. Tell us if you think Morgan is a worth person to go after, or she should just be abandoned. Ah!
I mean, either way, she needs to be gone after.
I mean, fair
It's just
enough.
the intent. It's just the intent of what happens.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. At any rate, from all of us to all of you, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week for more Rains of Vitrium content. Bye-bye!
Goodbye.
Bye!